Hey guys, JH. Okay, channel lock. Some more channel lock evolution and some reinforcing on what we need to be doing. Okay, after we've determined this is where we want to be, and guys, keep checking all the time. Keep checking your ball position, and this is your checker. Here, if you've got the ball there and you can do that with your trail arm, and your trail arm is just perpendicular, it's not contorted or whatever, if you can just move it straight past and just brush that ball's in the right position. If you can have it way back there and you've got a space here, then that's great, but that depends on your amount of flexibility and physicality. So one of the things, what we call here the non-negotiables. Now the non-negotiables are clearly the ball position. The aligning left, and depending on your own personal preferences or needs, wants and requirements, whatever that is from the target line, it is. You'll know that by your shot making. But guys, a couple of guys have said they're getting a few mishits, and even some of my own guys here in Australia. Guys, you'll only mishit the golf ball if you do this. You'll only mishit the golf ball, and you'll pull the club out of its channel lock. There's the channel lock there, guys. You'll only pull the club out of that delivery line and get a mishit if this happens. If the 5 o'clock nose goes to 12 o'clock and it brings the shoulder out to a 1 o'clock shoulder or a 3 o'clock shoulder. It's got to be a 6 o'clock shoulder. You've got to feel, guys, that the shoulder here is in this position, in a 6 o'clock position, when we hit the golf ball. And what I was suggesting to some guys, or to anybody, to get the feel of this, guys. To get the feeling of keeping the shoulders as overdone in terms of being closed, just hit some shots like this. Set up, get here, and get an 8 or whatever. I mean, I've got a 6 on here, but and just grip it down, get here, and guys, just hit some shots like this. And stay there. See this here? That arm is in front of that shoulder. That's the feeling you want. That's the feeling you want. And hit 20 of those, 30 of those. Don't go any further than that. Here. Here. Get that feeling there. You know when I said about the cultured chicken wing? We don't want a non-cultured or an uncultured. We want a cultured chicken wing. Very much like Jordan Spieth. So just hit some shots like that, guys, because that's the feeling you've got to have in the swing. It won't be as exaggerated as that, but you really need to have that type of feeling when you deliver the club. That. The trail shoulder will push down. Really, I try and really get that trail shoulder. I don't duck, but I just push that down, and in pushing that down, just pulls this up and really makes that lead side have greater integrity for the delivery of the club to the ball. So it's a little bit like a teeter-totter or a seesaw, we call them in Australia, that the kids get on. You know, the trail shoulder is going to go down like that. As we're firing in here, it's going to go down, down. I actually try and keep it outside my right knee as a reference, guys. I'll get front on here. As I fire it down, it's outside my right knee as a feeling. There. And automatically, guys, because this is a shoulder girdle, okay, they're independent, but they basically work as a girdle. And as soon as I drive this one down, this one will come up. And because that's part of the triangulation of the two arms and the golf club, they're joined. I mean, I could drive that one down there and I don't get as much up with this, but with the hands closed, the more I drive that down, the more this triangulation pushes that lead shoulder up. Now that's one of the things you've got to have and you should feel. So just hit a whole bunch of shots where after you've got your back cock here, and guys, even after you've gone here and you've turned here and you're back cocked, check your ball position. You'll actually find sometimes that after you back cock, the ball actually goes back further. It goes back further. Now the other thing is that you must endeavour as much as you can to get as close to the golf ball as you can. I keep reiterating, but it's important, because if we want a straight line attack on the golf ball, we want the club coming in from not a great arc type configuration. If we're a long way away from the ball, guys, here, and I take that club back, I get a lot of arc in the golf swing, and I don't want the club to be coming in and trying to straight line it from an arcing type path. So the closer I can get to the golf ball, and I found since I've been gripping the club down, since I've been hitting those Cobra one length golf clubs, it's much easier. So I try and get right on top of the golf ball. Yeah. And then I just you want to feel, guys, that this is how the club's delivered. If you had a wall there, you don't want any of this or any of this going on this side of a wall. You want to try and hit shots so you feel like that. It'll feel like a blocking action, and you'll feel a lot of tension here and here. But that's what you want to feel. When you feel that, you've got closed shoulders, I can assure you. That's the checkpoint that you want. When you feel that tension in the golf swing, you've got closed shoulders. When you don't feel that, you've rolled. And also go in some long grass to get the feeling. Go in some long grass, 2 or 3 inches long. Get there, here. Turn the shoulders, have an imaginary ball, and then just fire the club till you get that into-out path every time. And when you see the into-out path gouged in the grass as a path, just work out how much into-out you need. And whatever that amount of into-out is, what degree is, get the feeling. What does that feel like in your body? Okay, how much does that feel? Okay, I feel more tension there, or I don't feel that, I feel it here. But that's how to get the feeling, guys. Here, get in the rough, have a look at the ball, have a look at the delivery line, and keep the head back outside the trail foot. Here, just get in the rough, hit that, and get this feeling here, guys. Look, there, there, there. That's what it feels like. It feels like, that type of shot. Now, it won't be that type of shot in actuality, because there is a lot of radial inertia in the golf swing that you won't be able to chop off completely. You'll see when I hit the ball, I get to here and then I'm around here because I'm just letting all that energy release. We need to do that. Now, guys, I've got to tell you, and somebody made a frivolous, silly comment the other day, and I don't have time for those type of comments, or the people who are so shallow in their thinking. But he said, and he's clearly not any type of expert. He said, the golf swing, this is only a golf swing for high handicappers that don't understand subtle weight shift in a golf swing. Guys, I don't think about weight shift in the golf swing. Weight shift is a resultant. You don't think about shifting your weight or your mass. That's how much that guy knows. He thinks about a subtle weight shift. You don't think about any of that. The thing that moves the mass around, guys, is the motion and the movement of the hands and the club head and the arms. That's what gives the weight shift. If you've got here and think, I've got to shift my weight. And guys, to say that this is only a golf swing for a high handicapper, well, I'm no higher handicapper, and this is the golf swing that I'll play with for the rest of my life, because it's the best golf swing I've ever had. The best swing I've ever had and the best results I've ever had. And there's no reason why the best players in the world couldn't use this golf swing and improve their game. And I mean the best players in the world. I had a guy here the other day, I think I might have mentioned, he was one of Australia's great amateurs and was struggling with his golf swing. And within 5 minutes I hit him absolutely drilling the golf ball. He couldn't believe it. He was a disbeliever. He said, I can't hit the ball from there. I said, well, you can't until you try it. But then he tried it. He said, 4 minutes and I'm just killing the ball. And I was struggling. And he was a great ball striker. Won a lot of events, and I don't know, about 16 club championships. I mean, just super, super player. and was struggling with his golf swing. And I said, everything we do with a conventional golf swing is a compromise. You'll have days when you'll hit it good or a few holes, but it'll never be there because you cannot apply the golf club to that forward ball position consistently because there's too much room for error in the delivery path. That's the whole point of this golf swing, guys. We're eliminating the degree of error that can creep into the delivery path of this golf swing. That's the good thing about it. That's the whole thing about it. You will never have consistent ball flight if you never have consistent path delivery of the golf club. That's just elementary, dear Watson. Really, I mean, it's as simplistic as that. What people should have been looking for the whole time, and I should have been, and everybody should have been, anybody that's a student of the golf swing, should have been looking for the formal flaw in the golf swing. And why is it inconsistent for everybody? Except those two great players, Mo Norman and Count Yogi. But they were geniuses, which we've said before, so we don't take them into the equation. But everybody else, no other player has ever had a consistent attack line on the golf ball, or never been able to start the ball in exactly the same direction every time. And that's because that ball position was the formal flaw in the golf swing. And I now know that. To the extent that, guys, when I set it up there, I don't think I couldn't hit the golf ball again from there. I just feel like all my balance factors are out of whack. They're just in the wrong place. And they've always felt like that. But when I get here, and guys, the other good thing about this is that having it lined up off that, if you've got a back foot position and you put your right foot in there, look what it does to this trail side. Look at the perpendicularity of it, and the structure of it, and the integrity of it. Look, and the way that you can set up with the alignment factor. It's just there. Everything's in line. Look here. Now, when I go into here, and guys, how much you do this will depend on where you're hitting the golf ball. Some people may not have to do it as much as others. But we have to, in terms of what we've done as an evolution already, we've gone from the foot here to bringing the foot up a little bit. If we're 55 or 60 degrees, we're bringing up 10 or 15 to give us what we feel is a closed stance, which is nice and comfortable for anybody. That just feels nice and comfortable for anybody because you can get your trail side, which is the dominant and strong side, in position. So we've done that, we've evolved that. There's not much we can do or add to this. We've got to be there, and we need to be able to do that. Now, I've absolutely evolved how close I'm standing to the golf ball. The closer I get to it, and it felt a bit uncomfortable initially, but the closer I get to it, the easier it is to take the club straight back here. It's easy to get this lead shoulder over there. That's where I want it to be. Here. And this is what you want to do, guys. Get in a position, take it back here and bring it in here and stop the club there at the ball. And then you'll get the, oh, that's what JH is talking about. There's my closed shoulders. That's the type of feeling I want. There. That's what you've got to cultivate, guys. There. See this? You've got to cultivate that. And you won't get that feeling unless you go through some reps doing that. But you cannot come over the ball, guys, and you can't scuff the ball or sclaff the ball or top it if this 5 o'clock nose stays back. 5 o'clock nose stays back and the trail shoulder is back. I mean, you've got it, you'll always be in that position. See, that's how you want to feel. As a feeling. But if those shoulders are closed to the line, and it doesn't matter how much they're closed, depending on your club face and how far you play the ball back, that will have a profound effect. I mean, if I did something, and this is the degree and the drastic nature that you can apply if you're capable physically. If I played the ball there, guys, and then I back-cocked it, look how closed my shoulders are now. Now, if I could hit it from there, it would be amazing. And I'll probably evolve to that, because I think the further back you can get it, the more you can straight line the club, the better off you will be. And that's part of the evolvement. Guys, I'm only, like 12, 13 days into this. Not a lot. But even now, in its very raw, rudimentary stage, my ball striking is so consistent. I haven't hit one shot this way. They don't go that way. There's no drags in this golf swing. And for anybody, the club player who's a slicer, you'll never slice a game with this golf swing. You can't, because you can't get outside the line. It's physically impossible to get outside the line on the downswing. You couldn't slice the ball. Even if you did that here, you couldn't slice it, because the club couldn't come across here because it would hit your body. So you've locked out the slice. You can't slice it from there. You might push cut it, but you couldn't slice it from there. And the slice, it's got to start, for a right hand, it's got to start left of the target line and then curve back to be classified as a slice. And I couldn't do that, guys. I couldn't get in a position where I could slice it. But we'll be able to move the ball and play shots, and that's just shot making and working the ball, which we'll go into later on once we've perfected the golf swing. Okay, so the message for today is to get the feel, get in the grass. Here, have a look at the channel, into out. Oh yeah, that's into out. Look where the club's hitting, and try and feel this straight line effect, guys. Straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line. Here, and then just stop there, and you'll get the feeling. Here. And hit a few shots like that. But the whole thing is, guys, we never want this trail side doing that. And we don't want it going forward. We don't ever want it going forward. It will get to the stage where I finish the swing, it'll probably be here. And that's okay, because the ball's gone. Okay guys, they're just a couple of snippets for today. There'll be more. It's fantastic. I mean, the type of result I'm getting is amazing. And as I say, guys, this swing is for everybody. This is for the best players in the world and for the players that struggle. I mean, it's just preposterous for someone to say, in their opinion, that this is a golf swing for high handicappers. Why would I change to it? Why would I be experiencing the best ball striking I've ever experienced in my life if it's only a golf swing for high handicappers? Not a lot of logic in that type of comment, guys. But open forums, public forums are like that. Okay guys, that's just a little bit today. I thought of that and I thought I'll put that on. I've got a lot of stuff to do over the weekend, and I'll give you some more drills and work out a few other things. Then some more short game stuff. Short game stuff's crazy. I hit 22 shots here with a guy yesterday afternoon, and to a flag at 110, and they were all inside a 20-foot circle, and two of the balls hit the flag. And I was just hitting them rapid fire, just saying, watch this, to JH, watch this. They don't move. The ball doesn't move, guys. But in pitching the ball, there's more application of pulling with the lead hand. Yeah, there's much more of that in it, which I'll tell you about later on. But there's a lot of stuff, guys, and there's not one facet of your game that this won't improve. I'm going to go up here in the sand dump up here, and just somebody asked about bunkers. I can't get in the bunkers, a lot going on down there. But I'll go up here with our sand depository here, and I'll just show you the bunker. This is fantastic for bunker shots, guys. Absolutely fantastic. So I'll do a little video on that. But over the weekend, I'll do some more drills. Very exciting, guys. This is the swing. This is the real deal. I promise you. I've never been as excited ever about a golf swing. And this could prolong people's golf game forever, because it's easy on the body. And you have to think about it. Once you apply the protocol, the club must move in the same direction every time, as long as you apply the protocol correctly, the sequence. Okay guys, we'll do more over the weekend.